Let's go into the first step. Topic research, not keyword research, should be your very first step of any content campaign. All right. So let's go to some very fundamental of what Google require from you. Right. In 2018, Google introduced this factor called EAT. I'm sure if you do SEO or you do content strategy, you have heard about this, right? And it stands for expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness. And this concept comes from Google's search quality rater guidelines, and it became well known after infamous Medic update in August 2018. EAT is one factor Google uses to evaluate the overall quality of web page, right? And so if you look at this, I'm only going to focus on one factor, which is expertise, because that's what content is all about, right? Authoritativeness and trustworthiness. If you have a new website, you're not gonna get authority and you're not gonna get trustworthy. You have to build that over time. You have to build your trust over time. You have to build your network of linking, backlinks, and your name be branded and social media, everything over time. But that's very much is called technical SEO. We're not gonna get into that today. Expertise is what you build with your content, right? The things that you write about, the knowledge that you share with your users, all the definition, all the content you show, that's determined in Google's eyes whether or not you are an expert, right? So, and it stands in the first step, EAT. It's not AET or it's not ATE, it's EAT. Well, expertise is the first thing, and is at the highest priority of what Google looking for at any given website. And this is what give chances for newer websites to even rank on certain for a certain keyword, right? So you have expertise. And expertise essentially means that Google is asking you, are you an expert in the topic that you try to rank, right? And if you, in a standard economy, if you are an expert, let's talk about, let's say a fitness instructor, right? If he's an expert, you will expect him to not only have in-depth knowledge and experience about exercise and how to gain muscle, reduce fat, or what type of exercise, how to do certain kind of movement, how do you do things correctly, but you expect him to also have knowledge about all the other information like diet, daily routine, sleep schedule, the metabolism in your body. That's an expert. If he simply know about exercise, movement, do and don't, what kind of exercise you have to do at what hours, he's not yet considered an expert. An expert is one who have very in-depth knowledge, not only in the topic that is the focus, but also everything that related to that topic. Everything, right? And that is the definition of an expert. And the way Google measure your content, your website, it's the same way, right? And here's his statement. Google's definition of expert in a field may be vastly different from your definition. And your job is to find out exactly what it means to be an expert by Google standard and present to Google precisely that. And this is what I mean by market research. And you have to do this by going through this process called topic research. You have to research on Google. If you look for, let's say, nutrition plan, right? That's the keyword. Here, a website is considered an expert in Google SEO is when it covers all relevant in-depth topics that have high chances to rank on Google. All right? And so this is where you have heard about what we share in the last like 2 webinars called topic cluster, right? And the way we build this is essentially based on exactly that. We figure that if a keyword you search on Google, and Google will show you like 100 different results, right? And all of that result being shown on Google are the result in which Google think the user who search for that keyword should know. Let's say you search for keyword, let's say nutrition plan. Google will return result to you if you read all 100 URLs, you'll find out that Google doesn't just simply show the knowledge of nutrition plan itself, but Google will show you a bunch of different subtopics like diet plan for people who has diabetes, diet plan for people who want to gain lean muscle, diet plan that is good for your heart, diet plan that is good for your health, diet plan that is good for your inflammatory. So Google will actually show you a bunch of different topics in which they think that if any user search for this keyword, they should know about. So that exactly is how we build our tool called Topic Discovery, right? Essentially, the whole webinar today is just to explain for you the mechanism behind the way we do what we did and why we believe it really helped your workflow. So Topic Discovery does exactly that. So if you search a keyword, let's say nutrition plan, what we do is that we go into here. Let's do a live example. All right, we have say nutrition plan. Right, and then you have all these 100 different results, right? And generally, if you do this manually, you have to go through each of these websites and try to extract out all of different topics that Google mentioned. Google will show you that they rank. It just if Google let that topic rank, it essentially means that this is the topic in which they want you to know. They want you to read about. So the way Topic Discovery does is that our bots will actually go into every single website on the top 100. We scan through all of their content. We use our NLP, natural language processing algorithm to extract down every single topic that was mentioned and that are being ranked by all of your competitors here. And that way you don't have to actually go through them manually one by one. So the moment you start seeing all the topic layout in front of you, you realize that, okay, if you want to do SEO for the keyword nutrition plan, you simply just need to write all of this subtopic. If you cover all the subtopic that are presented in here, very high chance that once the bot of Google go into your content, they will be able to kind of see all your sitemap, right? Go through your internal linking system, blah, 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 between all of each article. Like, for example, they go into the main article, they see the nutrition plan, and in that article, they realize that, oh, wow, this guy, not only he talked about nutrition plan. Okay, let's go into the tool so we can show you a bit better. Okay, here. Oh, wow, not only he talk about nutrition plan, they talk about nutrition plan for diabetes. They talk about plants nutrition plan, plant-based. He talk about nutrition plan that help healthy skin, reduce belly fat, pack abs. All the diet plan. Oh, they also offer nutrition plan that are printable for people, right? Inflammatory diet plan. See, endomorph diet plan. So all this, I don't know what this is, but you see the tool return to you. I'm not an expert in nutrition plan, but through one click, now I know if I would be an expert, what should I know about? I should know about all this subtopic. And if I can cover all this subtopic in details, very high chance that I will be able to get a lot of traffic that go into here. See, we have to go back to the root. This is why I say researching is so important for your planning. Don't simply rush into write anything, right? All the tools out there right now, nowadays, they just give you this instant satisfaction, thinking that you can write things so fast with AI. But if you write things without proper planning, that well structured before that, you may win a few keywords, but you're not gonna win them for long. They're not gonna last. Right? But if you build everything in very proper structure, if you can fail one keyword, you're still going to have all the other keyword kind of there laid out for you, right? So the first step is to build a topic cluster, right? And the topic cluster is where, let's say you have to build your pillar content. Let's say it's nutrition plan, that is your pillar content. And then you have to build cluster content, and that is all the subtopic that support this pillar content, and trying to show Google that, hey, I am the expert that you're looking for, right? And usually pillar content is your niche. It's the very hard keyword that you're gonna find is so impossible to write, but you have to write it. You have to write this long article that cover all your subtopic and basically say to Google that, hey, I know this subject. Google may not rank that keyword, but it's very necessary to have that pillar content to kind of stamp there and show Google that, hey, I'm the expert. Why? Because I know about this topic and I know about every subtopic that regarding to this, right? And you may not be able to rank the pillar topic, but you will be able to rank all the subtopic because Google bots are so smart. Okay, they know. This is how you actually show that you are expert, and then eventually you will show that you are trustworthy and you have the authority over this, and you are trustworthy and authority. So you are EAT covered, right? Because you cover everything that required by Google. Simply going through the source, simply going from the result backward. And that's exactly why we build topic discovery. So all that manual work, imagine you have to go through all that 100% website, 100 website. I don't think you have the patience nor the time to go through that. But we did all that, right? And so once you kind of build this, you start to form your own, let's say, usually I would probably do by search volume, and then I'll probably pick some of the very kind of high volume topic, and I'll say, okay, all this high volume should be some of the subtopic that I should put some focus on. Cardiac diet plan, look like a lot of people search for. Workout meal plan, that's very good. Macro meal plan, really good. I'm gonna build all these subtopics surrounding my main pillar topic, which is nutrition plan, right? And slowly I just kind of build one by one below. So if you have less resources, if you're new, you can slowly build this one by one. You can start with diabetic meal plan. You have to. And so once you're done with that, you will have something that looks like this. Let me see. Something look like this, right? Pillar page, internal linking to subtopic 1, subtopic 2, subtopic 3. More, expanding. I mean, it's the design is just to show you. You can have like 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 subtopic. The more subtopic you can cover, the better and higher the chance that you are showing Google, or Google will actually see that you are the expert in the field. All right. So as you can see, I kind of show it in here, right? High relevance, low volume. This one I think my staff put it wrong. Essentially, you kind of look for all of those kind of subtopic that have higher search volume, higher demand, and you kind of build that pillar page. I suggest you draw this out in a piece of paper and you start kind of build almost like a map down. So you have pillar page. In this case, it would be nutrition plan. I think we have here. So in this case, pillar page, nutrition plan. That is your main topic that you're fighting for. Subtopic would slowly be lean muscle, inflammatory diet plan, cardiac diet plan, so on and so forth. Right? A lot of things you can build on it. So once you're done with this, your map you start to have a mapping in your head of what are the topic you are tackling. So you don't go blindly into researching your keyword research. And that is done. Once that's done, now you start moving. This part means what? It means that you are now understand very clearly Google your market, your Google standard, right? Your Google requirements. So once you're done with Google requirements, let's go into the next step, which is keyword research.